Does everyone remember that time I was really obsessed with Assassin's Creed? Well, now it's Dragon Age. I started playing Dragon Age in April this year and it's now July, and let me just put this in perspective for you. I've completed Origins twice. Dragon Age 2 I have played twice as of yesterday, and Inquisition I have played once and I'm on my second playthrough as of yesterday. I kind of can't stop. It's a problem. So let me start with Origins. I happen to think that is probably my favourite in some ways. It sounds a little bit silly because I don't think that Origins is by any means the best, because of course it is the first. Things have progressed since then, including the textures and the voices, because you can now speak rather than not speaking. If you've played, you'll know. If you haven't, basically you can click your responses, but in the first one you don't get a verbal recognition of that text, you know? And I really do like the characters in the first one, and the characters in the first one also progress into the second and the third occasionally if you do the right quests. And also I just love Leliana and Alistair. I'd like to take a minute to address the fact that I love Leliana that much. I named my new bike after her. Water is a no. I can cast magic spells, I can kill dragons, I can witness or even take part in shape-shifting, but I cannot swim. You go in, you're like, oh wow, I think I can swim in this game. Get a little bit further, you black out. Nope, no. I don't know if it's in the small print, but every Dragon Age character is afraid of water. Maybe there should be some kind of therapy quest. Obviously the quality is not as high as the others, but I still think it's decent. I like the cutscenes, I like the relationships with the characters, I like the quests. I think it's a pretty well-rounded game and there aren't that many cons, except from the fact that it's obviously an older game. It's not a decrepit game. I mean, yeah, it's not, but that's not really the right word. But it is older by comparison to the other two, and I've spent more time on the other two recently, so let's move on to those. 2, better quality, more characters, more relationships, you can speak. And also there's a little circle in the middle that has an icon to tell you what kind of response you're giving. That's a little indicator about whether or not you're being rude or pleasant, flirtatious. It's all good, I love it. I love this game so much and I can't even explain why. I don't see any cons right now. Everyone, my whole family, spoiler, dies. Why? Also, I wish that enabled more conversation with the characters than just, if you click them while you're out walking, they go, I'm so sorry. And you're like, damn, can I get a cutscene up in here? We have been friends for a long time. All of my family is dead at this point, except my uncle who said, and you're just gonna say that when we're, okay, cool. I just think there should be more. Also, I think there should be romance with Varric, because even though he's deadly in love with Bianca, I am deadly in love with him too. Moving on. And the final one is probably the one that I have more pros and cons for, but the cons have pretty much already been covered. The water is a dramatic issue, and the pro of the incredible textures is also a con for me. The game becomes more about the textures and the prettiness and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, that's why I loved Origins, because it wasn't all about that. And I don't know, it's just a darn good game because it gets better every time. Yeah. I'm definitely favouring them over Assassin's Creed. And I don't know if I conveyed just how much I loved Assassin's Creed, but I was very in love with Assassin's Creed. Not so much 4 though. Anyway, it's really darn hot. I have finished talking about these games. I have hair stuck to my lipstick, and believe it or not, even though most of the time I don't have friends to hang out with and that's why I've been playing these games back to back, I have a friend to hang out with.